There is nothing more frustrating than not knowing how to soothe a crying baby. In this video, I will talk about the 6 simple ways on how to respond to a baby's cry and soothe a fussy baby. All babies are different. Some are mild-tempered and some are wild. But first, we have to remember why a baby cries. Hunger, pain, discomfort, temperature change, needing attention, boredom, or feeling tired and ready for a nap. Remember, parents, crying is one of the ways a baby communicates. So, mom and dad, try to learn early how to decode these crying spells to make your life easier and make your baby happier. Your skills as a parent responding to your baby's needs improves as you get more in tune with your baby's needs. As a result, it enhances attachment with one another through a nurturing environment, hence building trust and security, which are essential for your baby's growth, development, and future relationship. Welcome, this is Nurse Cherry from Mother Baby Central, where I help parents, family members, and caregivers provide the best care to moms during pregnancy and postpartum, and babies during newborn stage and first year of life. Let's dive into the 6 tips on how to make your baby happy and calm a crying baby. Number 1, feed your baby. Of course, I will start with the obvious one. You probably heard or read about crying as a late sign of hunger. Don't wait to feed until the baby cries. Newborns and babies typically eat every 2 to 3 hours if they are breastfed and every 3 to 4 hours if they are bottle fed. Pretty much most babies somewhat stay on that frequency of feeding. It is our responsibility as parents and caregivers to be on top of it. Other cues where babies show they are ready to be fed is when they turn their head from side to side, searching for the breast, or they stick their tongue out or suckle on their hands. Therefore, before babies get upset and cry, feed them as soon as they start showing these feeding cues. Number 2, check the diaper. Nobody wants to be sitting on a wet or poopy diaper, right? It is not comfortable. So, when your baby cries after making sure it's not feeding time and the baby doesn't seem hungry, the second step should be to check the diaper. Pretty straightforward. Attend to the basic needs first before moving on. Before I continue, if you stick until the end of this video, I will share a bonus tip where I will give insights on the different states of an infant and how we as parents or caregivers should respond and schedule activities where we need the baby to cooperate. So watch out for it. Number 3, nap time and sleep. Babies sleep roughly an average of 12 to 15 hours a day or in 24 hours. Throw in a couple hours more for newborns. Yes, they sleep a lot. Sleep is vital in their growth and development. It is one of their basic needs. In newborns, sleep is broken down into short periods, especially during the day called naps. Now, nighttime is different. Don't expect newborns and babies to sleep throughout the night. They wake up to eat or be fed, but the sleep is longer compared to the ones they do during the day. Number 4, playtime. Can you imagine a world without play and all you do is sleep and eat? Well, sounds very boring to say the least. Babies feel the same way. They need some social interaction and engagement. Activities like talking, singing, playing, reading a book, dancing, listening to music, and all other fun stuff should be incorporated during their quiet, alert phase. As a side note, please don't let your baby watch TV and other forms of digital media. This is not a good way to entertain babies. Number 5, make the environment interesting. There are times when parents or caregivers are busy with other things like chores. During these times, when babies are awake and start to get fussy because they are bored, give them soft picture books with bright colors or a mirror so that they can look at the reflection. Babies love watching themselves or other people, or give them a toy that is colorful and makes sounds. Let me add to this. Since we are on the subject of the external environment, Also check if the baby is too cold or too hot. Any of these can add to a baby's discomfort. And number 6, soft and calm environment. This is the opposite of number 5. Babies are not always in the mood for play when they get to the active alert phase. They start to get tired, and if they can't seem to fall asleep immediately, they get fussy and cry, probably due to too much stimulation. So then, this will be the best time to make the environment more conducive to rest and sleep, like dimmed lights, soft music, soft voices, swaddling skin to skin, sitting on a rocking chair, or swaying with the baby. As you can tell, there are a lot of reasons why a baby cries, and there are different interventions for each of their needs. As your baby grows, and the more you respond to their cries, the better you will understand what that cry means. Now, if you notice a different cry, where your baby is inconsolable, that no matter what you do, you cannot soothe or calm your baby, start to investigate further. Check your baby's temperature. Check the whole body. Make sure there are no insect bites or a pin or a sharp object sticking on the skin. How is the baby's acting? Lethargic? Skipping feedings or not feeding as per usual? Decreased number of bowel movements or urine? If you have an uneasy feeling, trust your gut and call your pediatrician. It is better to be safe than regret later. Baby's health status can change quickly, especially if they are seriously ill. Now, for the bonus tip, here are 6 different states babies are in during the day. I think the most important takeaway after knowing these different phases is when is the best time to feed or do activities with your baby. Recognizing the 6 infant states help you understand your baby's behavior, and knowing so will help you provide specific interventions during any state your baby is in. First, deep sleep. And in this state, as the name implies, your baby will not respond actively to any stimuli, whether you are rubbing the feet or the back. This is not a good time to feed your baby, so don't you even try. You will only get frustrated and stressed if you attempt to engage your sleeping baby. Second, light sleep. During this time, your baby is still sleeping, although occasionally you will notice a smile or two. Still not a good time to feed, but if you wait patiently, your baby will transition to another state soon. And this is the perfect segue to the awake state. Baby is still drowsy, so not quite ready to do anything yet, but almost. So start doing things like rubbing the back, the head, or the soles of the feet. At this point, we want to move on to the next one. And parents, finally, we are on the quiet alert phase. Your baby's face and eyes look merry and bright like Christmas. Listen, this is the best phase to feed your baby, to engage them in different activities like feeding, tummy time, playing, looking at picture books, and so on. Next is the active alert. Now, your baby's getting more impatient and more sensitive, where too much stimuli causes them to fuss. They are still awake, but not as bright-eyed as before. Not a good time to provide more entertainment. At this time, parents should turn it down a notch, because if it continues, then we go to the next phase, which is the crying phase. We already know what crying means. Some babies can self-soothe, but others still need help from the caregivers to get to a calmer state. And here is where we will try to check off all the 6 tips I just talked about on how to soothe your crying baby. And there you go, parents! The 6 ways on how to soothe a crying baby. I hope you find great value in our content for the day. Please share it to someone who will find this information helpful. As always, be well everyone, make this day count, and happy watching!